Alright, holy fuck. Let me actually not throw this to the side. I only have one earpod fucking left. Well, I've got another right one. I've got two right earpods. My left one's I keep losing them. But One Piece is in its own fucking league. Wow, what the fuck, dude? So the CP0 guy, I guess he accepts his fate. Wow, like I'm going back through the chapter right now. I'm just kind of like, this isn't a full-on review. This is kind of just like a precursor video because my schedule's gonna be pretty weird this weekend. I'm going out with my lady on Sunday after I get off work. It's weird, so I'm probably not gonna have a full-on video till Monday and Tuesday. I'm off those days so I can attack. But I just want to say a couple of things about the CP0 guy real quick. I don't actually think he's dead. I'm gonna hold on to my theory that I didn't share with you guys, but I'm pretty sure let me close my door real quick. Russia's right. Sure, the CP0 guy, or I was pretty sure at least last year. I'm just gonna, not jump off the boat. I wanted the CP0 guy to be a main player going into this final war with the world government. I still think he could be possibly, because we know Oda doesn't like to kill people. If people think this guy is dead on some Kinemon shit and he pops up like alive and they're all mad, like, oh, Oda, man, like bro, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, literally go put a male chicken in your mouth. Like, seriously. A male rooster in your mouth. Whatever the fucking thing that is. You know what I'm trying to say. But I wanted him to be a main player in terms of the themes he was like having with Drake at the back and dialogue with the freedom and stuff. I envy you. I've grown kind of attached to this guy over the course of the raid. He's been sitting, observing, and Oda's front with us about how Kaido feels about this whole thing with Luffy. He's not happy about it. He's upset, and he whacks the fuck out of Luffy. Like, Luffy eats one like good. He eats one good as fuck, bro. Like, the paneling was like really good. Like, when he took that initial blow, it was like he hit him really hard, and then impact panel, and there was like a yeah, Luffy was screaming. Oh my god. But yeah, oh my god. And then there was that last panel after that impact panel with Luffy screaming, and then he was coughing up the blood, where it was just like the dust settles and Luffy's just there. He's losing air. Kaido looking up at him like, fuck, bro. Like, oh my god. This chapter was like, the tension was so good. Like, and I usually never watch other people's reviews before I start my first video, but I watched Morge's because Morge's was the only one out, and I wasn't planning on making this video because I told you I wasn't. Monday, today I'm just not feeling the best right now. I was eating and stuff and just, not at 100%. So I went ahead and watched Morge's video because I'm like, I'm not going to make a video on Monday. I'm going to get some One Piece content. I know I'm going to watch King shit tomorrow regardless, or today regardless, later on tonight. Yeah, Morge was basically touching on this chapter is like one of the first chapters where it's like the stakes feel so real. It's like the characters are actually showing what you would think the stakes would feel like on their faces and with their reactions via Nami, Chopper. Did Frankie say something? I can't remember, but it actually felt like I felt like actual despair. I wish I could have given you guys a reaction, but I was sure that this chapter was going to bring so much to react to. I didn't want to give you guys a 23, 24, 5-minute reaction, and I didn't want to take 3 or 4 days editing that because I work a lot. And I edit a lot of my stuff while I'm at work, and I do it on my phone and stuff. So I didn't give you guys the reaction, but it would have been a crazy one because there was so much, and I was so into the despair of Kaido just going down and like, blasting everybody. Straw Hat Luffy's dead. Run your money. It was realistic. Like, it felt like it always takes me back to this one quote from Oda in SBS or something, where he was like, basically, he doesn't know where the story's going. Something like, I forgot what it was. Maybe it was Sawyer 7 Mage talking about SBS, and he was basically talking about how Oda kind of lets the characters decide where the story goes, and it just made so much sense to me. I'm thinking like, how every time I read a chapter of One Piece, I think about that statement in that video that I heard, if it was from Oda or Sawyer, where the characters decide where the story goes. And I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, like, this does really make a decent amount of sense if you watch another video of, if you're still watching the Morge video or look at another part of it, he's talking about the despair of Kaido. Why would he, not sever Luffy's head this time? you know, that type of stuff. And it just, you know, it just really makes sense. It's a really good chapter. It's like kind of like a similar chapter to the one we got 2-3 weeks ago when there was like, we were bouncing around all these different characters looking at them and stuff. But this one, it was a lot more well balanced. We got a lot more Kaido. That was kind of like the central thing. Kaido, you know, yelling at everyone, telling them Luffy's dead, you know, trying to get them to understand this is a war. Like, this is what you gambled your lives, you gambled your freedom, your rights. Like, it was, I loved this shit. I loved all of it. I should be really looking at this chapter to like get some things to talk about, but this isn't, like I said, this isn't my full-on review. Marco was cool. Like, when Marco rushed in to block some attacks, I'm like, bro, this is really getting intense. Like, we're entering in-game level stuff. Like, this is like, you know, any, you know, time in any arc where, you know, stuff is like really changing up. Like, the pace is like, whoa, something big has to happen now or it's over, you know. So it's surreal, man. Like, we're coming to an end of this thing. We're getting surreal, man. Yeah, it's surreal, man. We're getting to the end of this thing. And Momonosuke, I've been liking him a lot recently. It's like these two dragons just roaming around. Like, One Piece has turned into something crazy from when I picked it up a year ago, and I'm loving every bit of it. That last panel though, those last couple pages, man, like, what the fuck? Zunisha and Luffy both have like the black eyes. It's like they're almost, it's like they're linked almost. It's like they're linked. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. Like, I wonder what's gonna happen when Joy Boy comes back through Luffy. Is Zunisha going to like, her eyes are gonna light up too? Because Luffy's eyes and Zunisha's eyes look one in one right now. I wonder if that was like a narrative. Oh yeah, so her eyes do light up. Duh, I didn't even realize that. I probably noticed it when I was reading, but yeah, well, that was pretty lame. And the last panel is so cool. This is probably gonna be like a top 5 transformation on all of shonen mainstream, like, you know, the big 3 and shit. I won't just say, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say top 5 transformations all time shonen. Yeah, man, because it's just it's a big thing, dude. He's like melting or some shit, like the heat. I don't know what the fuck this is. Man, it's just, this panel is crazy. That smile, man, that shit's crazy, dude. But yeah, I'm recording this right now at the end of the video, but I'm going to edit it into the front. The one scene in episode 982, was it, when there was like the Red Hawk and the Straw Hats were fucking up those beast pirates and shit? How much foreshadowing was that? With Luffy right in front of the sun. Well, not necessarily foreshadowing, because there's always been foreshadowing. But, you know, Luffy right in front of the sun, he's the sun god, looks like. But yeah, man, great chapter One Piece. This shit is on another fucking level, dude. If you're not reading the manga, you need to be. I feel like that's where all of my subscribers are. Like, I feel like a lot of my subscribers are actually, like, anime only. Because, like, my first big video, and I had another big video that got, like, 500 views. Like, and both those videos, what they have in common, my 2 biggest videos on One Piece, are, like, they're not, like, the manga now. Like, I want to try making a video, like, on some anime only stuff. So, look forward to that. And because all the Ace and Yamato shit was just really good. And I'm not the biggest fan of Ace. Maybe I'll give you guys my opinion on him. Even though his death and shit, oh my god, the episodes with him, like when he was alive and when he died, oh my gosh, it was so good. But you know, I kind of like let Ace fade into the background. Like, that's what he was supposed to do. He was for Luffy. You know, he's not to be thinking about him every fucking word. He's gonna come back home. All right, guys, be on the flip.